I'm first generation in my family to go to college, so they're very proud of me, just see me on the right path.
I did not consider college an option when I first got involved with Say Yes.
If Say Yes hadn't come to Harlem, I probably wouldn't have been able to go as far as I have.
In the old days, neighborhoods, the expectations were kids to go to college to be successful. Those expectations, and goals don't exist anymore.
The people used to tell us is that, hey, Buffalo is a large urban city. In large urban cities, this is just the way it is. So nobody was even trying to change it.
We took 20 years working directly with students in multiple cities in America.
Starting with an initial chapter in 1987 in Philadelphia, adding 2 more chapters in Philadelphia, a chapter in Hartford, Connecticut, Cambridge, Massachusetts, and a large cohort of students in Harlem, George saw remarkable success. There are several key elements that help students realize their potential and be post-secondary ready. The lever for change, though, is a post-secondary tuition scholarship.
So I was in kindergarten at the time, and I remember we had to go to the Apollo and bring your parents with you. Mr. Weiss said everybody would get a scholarship. And then the whole Apollo Theater went crazy. And my mom, she was just crying. She was just tears of joy.
The promise of a tuition scholarship, academic supports, social supports, health supports, mentoring, tutoring, after-school programs, summer camps. This has been an organization that has really taken the time to make sure that it's getting the approach right and it's focusing on the right elements to really drive outcomes and progress at the individual and community level.
But Say Yes kind of guaranteed me a spot in college.
That's one of the top schools now.
It was really important for my family because we're not really from a background of college goers.
It was really after that first 2 decades of work that George and the board of Say Yes said, we seem to be doing something that's working in a remarkably powerful way.
He brought in my colleague and the president of Say Yes, Mary Ann Schmidt-Carey, to help figure out how to take this thing to scale and bring it to entire cities.
We took the first steps to go to 1 city so that we could go from working with 750 kids to 20,000 kids. We took time, focused in New York State, originally in Syracuse, New York.
And with our partners in Syracuse, we figured out systems and structures to ensure that this can be replicated, and indeed, we have replicated it.
We grew to Buffalo, New York, and that's about 40,000 students.
So before we take on working with a city or a county, we've done in-depth vetting to ensure that there is every likelihood of success.
Say Yes Buffalo has interjected hope and opportunity into the lives of young people and families in our community.
To watch the evolution of Say Yes now 27 years later, where we've gone from working with 100 students in a city to 300 in a city, embedding the services, doing it at a younger age, measuring the outcomes, and now we're serving 65,000 students.
Say Yes has really brought a healing to a city that has been suffering for a long time.
All the after-school programs and all the summer programs help adjust the idea that school was important and school was something that was always supposed to be a given.
Our family came to America with nothing but 2 bags, and nobody knew English and nothing like that. Had it not been for Say Yes, I definitely would not be a civil engineer.
If you want to see people go from hopeless to hopeful and know what that looks like, I'm telling you, I'm seeing that.
I'm the only son in the family who went to college.
If you had told me this 5 years ago, I would have told you no way. I wouldn't. So in a lot of ways, it's unbelievable.
Say Yes is like that helping hand, that push for you, and it helps you and steers you in the right path of going to college.
Part of what makes Say Yes so different is its plan for sustainability. Getting an upfront commitment from the citywide partners to a fiscal plan that makes this thing entirely sustainable beyond the grants that come from Say Yes.
Every dollar that's contributed leverages over $5 that's recurring every single year. And as a result, the programs that make that happen get funded consistently year over year.
That moment at the Apollo has taken a $sign off of my education, I want to say.
It encouraged you to want to go out and attend college.
But what about the other, millions of kids that are dropping off the cliff every year? It's our goal, it's my goal, that this should be in 10 cities, 20 cities.
One individual can support hundreds of children. You put a community together, now you're talking about tens of thousands. And if you can ignite the nation, the sky's the limit. This is really about the development of every young person so that they become the future leaders of a community, then really allow that community to be vital for the next generation.
I think what Say Yes means to Syracuse as a whole is hope.
I honestly believe it's the answer to urban education.
My prayer is that every single parent, in the United States be able to experience this, because this is what it should be about. It should be about an opportunity for everybody.
Say yes.
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 Say yes to education.